think something you wanted to talk about earlier, Liam, or we were talking about it, was kind of the issue that has recently popped up with Twitch streamers basically streaming themselves watching content, which, we are obviously already... Yes. I mean, we are already like in a kind of gray area, though I would say that all of us, actually produce content that at least we ourselves, and I think many people would consider transformative, as we actually comment and, create our own content from what we do. But then there's people who actually just like sit down with a bag of popcorn and, stream, watch a movie. I don't know. So
entire TV series.
Yeah. So please introduce us to that world, Liam, and your thoughts on it.
Okay, yeah. So this world is the React meta of Twitch streaming, which I think it might not still be in full force, but it's a very popular way of content creation, whereby you do exactly what Manu just said. You sit there and you either watch a movie, an entire TV series, or most controversially, someone else's videos, the videos of another creator. And if you are a big enough streamer, it becomes a little bit morally questionable, because you're essentially, potentially, arguably, using the content of others and the value they provide to just immediately give that to your audience at very little cost to yourself in terms of time, money, and energy. And it's a very interesting discussion about where you draw the line of transformative and what is acceptable and what is, potentially theft.
I think it's also important to draw a line, for example, or to differentiate between... for example, there's a German creator, I think I might have talked about her before, called Cold Mirror, who is like, I grew up with her. She's like one of the most legendary German creators. And what she, for example, has been doing for the last few years, on and off, because she also has a normal job, is she's taken the first Harry Potter movie, made a podcast called 5 Minute Harry Podcast, which is a great name for a podcast, by the way. And so basically she always, in every episode, she takes 5 minutes of the movie and analyzes it frame by frame. But she, it's incredibly entertaining. She actually breaks down, what's in every scene, what does that mean, gives you context for everything, what's the history behind this, how was this set, and so on and so forth. And so in that case, if you actually have someone who, shows the entire movie, but, it's in a truly transformative way, truly gives you context and, educates you and is entertaining, I would differentiate that from just sitting down and, streaming a whole, a movie, streaming Lord of the Rings on stream.
And occasionally adding commentary that was really cool, or I don't know about
crazy.
This.
Yeah. I wonder where, stopping the stream and going, I wonder where this is going.
Or just getting up and leaving. And just having the empty chair there whilst the videos are
yeah,
playing.
I see which one you're talking about. But I think even when it comes to just well-established series like Harry Potter, or just even movies in general, I think that is a very different line to what you were saying earlier, Liam, about a streamer watching someone else's content, maybe a smaller content creator, and then just reacting to their videos. Because I feel like even that is so hugely different to people, streaming and reacting to movies or TV series.
Here's an interesting hypothetical for you, Sophie. And I put this to you particularly because you're on the smaller scale of creators in our niche, which is why this is particularly good to put to you, because one of the greatest arguments is exposure. If a large streamer that had an audience, say, in, the tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands, decided to make content by sitting down and just watching the entire Joygo library, how would you feel about that?
I mean, I think that's why I'm saying that it is so hugely different to reacting to movies or to TV shows. I mean, to some extent, I'm sure that it will help the channel. Maybe it will be to a smaller degree. I think it depends on the type of content as well, though, because from our niche, the fact that we're one-piece content creators, if someone is reacting to a video that I made, say, for example, it was such a great theory that they felt like they had to discuss it, then I feel like people will then naturally flow onto my channel because they will want to watch it first. They don't necessarily always want to go through a bigger streamer who will watch that content for One Piece Theory because that's because that's sort of the subject that we're in. Whereas if it's just something purely entertainment based, you know, something like a funny video perhaps, I feel like that might be slightly different. And still then I still would say that it is probably a little less fair, but you know, what can you do about it? I think that's just, you know, draw the luck. As I think that's just sort of your fate as a smaller content creator that really can't be helped to a certain extent, which is why it is so, again, different to say a movie or to a to like a TV series if you're just watching that and if you're commenting on that or if you're reacting to that.